Now on Coast TV News.
Bay Bridge Vote, the option that is getting a look at later today by the Maryland Transportation Authority Board for the infrastructure that connects the eastern shore to the western side of the Chesapeake Bay.
Plus, culinary graduates celebrated the hands-on experience that benefits participants and the Food Bank of Delaware.
A mild Thursday as clouds will be on the increase ahead of a red alert for Friday morning. We're tracking rain and wind.
Sweet home Alabama.
Free flight to the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
The Blue Hens clinch a winning season with a victory in the Ventures Bowl.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is Thursday, December 18th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Grace, let's play the 1 week away from today card.
Go Christmas! Santa Claus will be here. Matt has been extra nice this year.
I have been.
No more. Last year he got coal in his stocking. This year,
that's a rumor. You know, we haven't verified
alleged
that.
Reports, breaking news coming in across the
alleged is a key word on that. But I know something that's factual. I know something that's concrete, and it's the First Alert weather forecast. And let's get right to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. He's in the Weather Center. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Hard to believe a week away from Christmas Day. I'm kicking out my crinkle batter this afternoon finally. I've been waiting long enough. Take a live look in through Lewis. We're at 30 degrees, a quiet, dry morning. Late last night there were some indications we could be dealing with some fog this morning. Not seeing that as of now. I think we'll be pretty dry on the fog front. Most of that is going to stay well to our north. You can see away from the beaches, we're quite chilly. 27 in Seaford. We're at 26 in Delmarva, 27 in Millsboro. Winds are calm for now. That's not going to be the case as we go into the overnight and then certainly by Friday. Pretty quiet. High pressure is retreating eastward. You can see moisture beginning to develop across the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys. The cold front still well off to the west, and all of that is going to be pushing eastward through the overnight into Friday. So we start off with sunshine. Clouds will be increasing through the afternoon. A mild day. We'll get up into the upper 50s to right around the lower 60s. Then we have that red alert in place for Friday morning. That rain will be heavy at times. Even a rumble of thunder is possible through Friday morning. And those winds, the winds will really be the story. And the wind is really going to be the case for most of the day with gusts 40 to near 50 miles an hour. We'll track the rain on Futurecast and have a look at that all-important weekend forecast coming up a bit later on.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this hour, no election in Ellendale. There were 3 spots that were up on the town council, and after Wednesday's candidate filing deadline, only 3 candidates were confirmed. Town officials say Lindsay Adams, Aaron Moore, and Tony Adamano will get appointed as council members for 2026. And according to the town, the new members get sworn in on January 6th of 2026.
Happening now, a rabies warning from the Delaware Division of Public Health. The agency says 2 rabid raccoons were found in Ellendale recently, and health officials now urging anyone in the area who believes they may have been bitten, scratched, or had contact with raccoon saliva since mid-November to contact the Division of Public Health rabies program immediately.
And the Division of Public Health said letters are going to the people living in the affected area. And here's a look at the area that we're talking about. It is near Reynolds Pond Road in Ellendale. And a reminder, if you see a wild animal that appears sick or acting unusual, do not approach the animal and report it to DENREC. Later this morning, a graduation ceremony taking place to celebrate students who completed the Food Bank of Delaware's culinary and warehousing logistics training program.
Coast TV News reporter Lisa Weber. And Lisa, live in Milford, this program helps give students some hands-on work experience.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Yes, I am at the Food Bank of Delaware here in Milford, where later today, inside this building here, there is going to be that graduation ceremony to honor the students who completed that culinary and warehousing logistics program. And the Food Bank of Delaware says this training program provides hands-on experience to all of the students who participate. It also gives them certificates to help participants gain skills for careers in the culinary and logistics industry. The bank says it prepares adults for in-demand jobs in 2 of Delaware's fastest growing fields. Participants receive real-world training, industry certifications, and job placement support, along with wraparound services intended to help them succeed during and after the program. The 14-week culinary school is held in the food bank's Newark and Milford kitchens. Chef instructors teach basic and advanced kitchen skills, and students take part in a 2-week paid work experience. The 14-week Logic program, short for Logistics, Operations, General Warehousing, and Inventory Control, provides training in operating warehouse equipment such as forklifts, end riders, and pallet jacks. Students also can learn credentials including Certified Logistics Associate, Certified Logistics Technician, OSHA 30, and forklift certificates. And that graduation ceremony will be held later this morning at 11 a.m. Back to you.
Weber in Milford, thank you for that. Turning now to Fenwick Island, and there will be possible traffic delays due to a house move. That's according to town officials. On your screen, you can see the areas that are impacted. The town says this house will travel from Glen Avenue through several local streets and then on the coastal highway and out of town. Now, roads impacted include Glen Avenue, Madison Avenue, Bayside Drive, Mermaid Avenue, Surf Avenue, and West Carolina Avenue to Coastal Highway. This move is scheduled to begin between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's expected to last about 1 hour.
High winds knocked down trees and power lines in western Montana on Wednesday. Some areas experienced wind gusts of 70 to 80 miles per hour. The powerful winds toppled trees and power lines across the region, knocking out electricity to tens of thousands of people across the state.
Delaware's Department of Health and Social Services and DNREC are launching a new grant opportunity. This is to support awareness about PFAS, also known as forever chemicals that can contaminate groundwater. Officials say people can join a virtual office hour at 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. to learn about the grant application, and DNREC says these office hours will run through January. Registration is required.
Happening today, a major decision could eventually reshape how drivers cross the Chesapeake Bay. The Maryland Transportation Authority Board is expected to vote today on a plan to replace the existing Bay Bridge spans with 2 new 4-lane bridges. The proposal would also widen Route 50 and could add a bike and pedestrian path. State officials say, if approved, construction would aim to begin in the summer of 2032.
Tonight in Ocean City, one local business will appeal a zoning determination. According to the agenda for the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Sea Cove Motel is seeking an appeal after the zoning administrator ruled legal nonconformity. Now, the town document states that the motel converted 4 apartments into 13 rooms without permits. Developers with the motel say that's an error. The Ocean City Board of Zoning Appeals gathers today at 6 p.m.
Looking across Delmarva, people in Berlin can learn about what the town says is an ongoing investigation into electric fuel rates and purchase power cost adjustment charges for the town's municipal electrical system. Officials will hold a public hearing this afternoon, and that's scheduled for 1 p.m. at the Maryland Public Service Commission.
Before President Trump addressed the nation Wednesday night, he was here on Delmarva. The president traveled to Dover Air Force Base for a dignified transfer, honoring 2 National Guard members killed in an attack in Syria. The National Guard has identified the servicemen as Sergeant William Howard and Sergeant Edgar Torres Tovar. We're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. President Trump again spoke to the nation last night, touting his administration's accomplishments. New overnight, the speech focused on the economy.
That's as frustrations grow over the cost of living. NBC's Alice Barr shows us details from Washington on how the president made his case.
When I took office,
President Trump turning to a primetime address to talk up his year 1 accomplishments at a time when polls show a majority of Americans let down by the state of the economy and the cost of living.
I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast.
The president pinning the blame for persistently high prices on former President Biden, adamant that his policies are working and will bring more relief in the new year.
I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it.
President Trump touted revenue from his global tariffs and announced he's directing some of it toward warrior dividend holiday bonuses for military service members.
In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776.
though it's Congress's job to decide how tariff revenues are spent. And as lawmakers struggle to reach agreement on bringing down health care costs, with Obamacare subsidies now set to expire in 2 weeks, sending premiums soaring, President Trump again pushed to send money directly to Americans' health savings accounts.
The money should go to the people.
The president also highlighting his immigration crackdown.
And we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country.
And saying his administration's targeting of alleged drug boats in the Caribbean has driven down dangerous drugs entering the U.S. He did not mention the potential for military conflict with Venezuela, amid mounting calls for transparency and questions from lawmakers in both parties about the campaign's ultimate goals. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Last night, Delaware's first FBS bowl game produced its first FBS bowl win. The Blue Hens defeat Louisiana 20-13, thanks in part to 116 yards rushing from Joe Silver, 61 on this first quarter touchdown run. The Hens finished the season at 7-6, and more on this game later on CoastTV News Today.
New overnight, the winning numbers are in for Wednesday's $1.5 billion Powerball drawing. 25, 33, 53, 62, and 66. And Red Powerball 17. The jackpot is the second largest of the year and the sixth highest in the lottery game's history. The odds of winning the Powerball jackpot, 1 in 292 million. Matt, I think you could be one of those lucky winners.
I hope so, because my tickets were not winners, obviously, yesterday. Hopefully, when I buy some more Saturday,
We'll see.
Have a nice Christmas.
Well, we're just getting started here on this hour of CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, first responder holiday reward, how one Delmarva business is giving back to local agencies.
Also, property owner rental regulations. We'll tell you what people in Lewis need to know about the possible changes in the city.
But first, Boy Scout meets ballet, how a Milford High School student built holiday magic. It's this week's Coastal Connections. CoastTV News Today returns after the break.
Dancers across Delaware are celebrating the magic of the Nutcracker, and that magic includes a new throne. But it's not built by a professional set designer. Instead, it's being built by an Eagle Scout candidate. As Drew Bellinger shows us, this Milford student, with a little bit of wood, some paint, and a lot of heart, has built a sweet seat fit for the magical land of sweets.
December marks rehearsal time for the Tada School of Dance, where the sound of shoes on stage means Christmas is coming. But this year's The Nutcracker performance at Lake Forest High School comes with a throne of holiday magic, built by Finn McPherson, a Boy Scout who saw a chance to give back.
Did what I can for the dance studio, and I get to see it every year, so I get to see the chair and everything. It's really awesome.
The throne debuted this month in the Nutcracker performance. McPherson's sister, Piper, was part of that performance.
I know that he always supports me, and that it's an honor to have it in the show.
Finn spent months designing and constructing what the team is calling the Sweet Seat. More than 150 volunteer hours went into it. Scouts, neighbors, and local businesses all pitching in.
It was kind of like a learning process to try and figure out how to get everybody working together and how everybody did their different jobs and stuff like that, but after a while figured it out and got it done. So.
Misty Yenser, the artistic director of Tada Performance Company, said the throne has helped bring the magic.
You know, having the scenery and the sets just pull the story together. It adds an element of magic.
While the stage is already set, there is still a lot of work to be done before the big performance. The performances here at Lake Forest High School wrapped up earlier this month, but the Sweet Seat will be a long-lasting present, serving as a nice reminder for what a little Christmas spirit can build. For Coastal Connections, I'm Drew Bellinger.
Time is 5:18, and we are giving you a live look at the bright lights along the canal in Lewis. And Chris, the warm-up continues.
It does. We're going to be pushing into the upper 50s to lower 60s, and it's going to be a pretty mild 24 hours, and then the rain and the wind roll in. As we take a live look into Rehoboth, 40 degrees, so quite mild, especially at the beaches where we're at 37 in Bethany. A little cooler west of Coastal Highway. We're at 28 in Georgetown, 27 in Harrington, 25 in Delmarva. Winds are calm. Had some thoughts about some fog potentially developing this morning. Not seeing that at the moment. We do have a wind advisory for coastal Sussex for all the beaches. This goes into effect tonight after 1 a.m. and that runs through Saturday for the threat of winds as high as 50 miles an hour. Expecting gusty winds throughout the entire peninsula, and we also have gale warnings up for both sides of the peninsula, the bay and the ocean through 1 a.m. on Saturday. Now we are dry for the moment. High pressure is going to be retreating eastward. You can see Gulf moisture being thrown into the southeast here. Cold front back off to the west. All of this moisture is making a beeline to the east. For now, we stay dry today. Mostly cloudy skies will top out around 60, eastern shore 58 inland. So there's the clouds increasing through the day today, through the evening. The rain arrives after midnight, and that rain will come down pretty heavy through 5 to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and even a rumble of thunder can't be ruled out. You can see the rain is a pretty quick moving system. We'll see somewhat of a potential squall line move through, I think, between about 8 and 11 a.m. And then we'll see some sunshine by the afternoon as we clear out pretty quickly, but the winds will continue to howl through the day. We're looking at upwards of on an average of an inch of rain, I think, through most of the peninsula as we go into late Friday morning. There's those winds. By tomorrow morning, you can see them howling out of the south, anywhere between about 40 to 45 miles an hour. Then we'll see the winds shift out of the west through the day on Friday, and they'll continue to gust to near 50 miles an hour from Friday afternoon through Friday evening before the winds wind down. So we're at 58 today with increasing clouds, mild day. The rain develops overnight, turns windy. That rain will be heavy at times. For the morning commute tomorrow, we have a red alert in play. Those wind gusts as high as 45 to 50 miles an hour. So use caution. Make sure you download our First Alert weather app. 45 into Saturday, a chilly start to the weekend, but it's overall a dry, comfortable weekend. A reinforcing shot of cold air Monday with a high of 38. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. We have an update to a story that we brought to you on Wednesday. The Lewis Planning Commission decided to leave residency requirements as they are for ADUs. The city considered changing the bylaws to require the owner of ADUs to have permanent residence on the property, but now that is not going into effect.
And up next on Coast TV News today, first responder holiday reward. We'll tell you how many agencies Purdue says was able to support during the holiday season. Don't go anywhere. Purdue Farms marked the holiday season by showing appreciation for first responders across Wacomico County. Associate volunteers distributed 1,000 chicken roasters to 16 agencies serving the county. The meals went to law enforcement, firefighters, dispatchers, and support staff who continue working through the holidays.
Hope you're doing well this Thursday morning. Delmarva, as we take a live look into Lewis, 29 degrees there. Winds are relatively calm. We'll start the day with sunshine in Fenwick Island and Ocean City, but clouds will be increasing through the afternoon as we get up into the mid to upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Lewis, beautiful start to the day and really a nice afternoon. Winds will be relatively calm for now. The winds are going to be picking up through the overnight as does the rain. Cambridge will have increasing clouds through the afternoon as well as Crisfield. Now the rain and wind will develop after midnight, and that rain will be heavy at times through daybreak Friday. Congratulations to Diane Junowitz of Georgetown, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. And you can call the First Alert weather phone for your latest forecast. I'll have more on the rain and wind moving in Friday morning in our next half hour.
Thank you, Chris. And it's that time again for the Bless Our Children campaign. Every year, Coast TV works to make the holidays a little brighter for kids across Delmarva.
And the money you give goes to local charities who then buy Christmas presents to ensure that every child has that special gift to open this time of the year. And here are today's Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
From the bottom of our hearts,
thank you to the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
We'd like to recognize those friends now by reading the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
Friends and family of Captain Bob's Oyster Roast.
In loving memory of Stacy Dorsch.
Atlantic Community Thrift Shop.
Boggs Dish Sharoon Post number 123.
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645.
Clark & Sons Garage Doors. James Maloney.
Right Way Flagging and Signs Company Incorporated.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated.
Cape Henlope and Elks 2540.
Seaboard Billboard Boat.
In memory of Carolyn Lehman Johnson.
Right Locations, Inc.
Pat Littleton and Steve Rosenberry.
Michael and Nancy West.
General Refrigeration Company.
Faculty and staff of Wicomico County Public Schools. Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474.
Tony Tank Tribe number 149. Midway Par 3.
Inspiration Health Services LLC. Sugar and Gas Home and Comfort Products.
Donna Sackett and John Parker.
M.R. Ducks.
Bunting and Murray Construction.
Dorchester Lodge 223 IBPO Elks of the World.
Apgar Turf Farm Inc.
Chesapeake Urology. Doctors Mark Edney, Mark Shimko, Alyssa Gracely, and Jason Smith.
CJ's Beach Space.
In honor of Bill Hickman, Peninsula Imaging LLC.
Painting in America Made Great Again, Earl Johnson Painting.
In memory of Jean G. and John D. Henry.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Evergreen Lodge number 153.
Janosic Family Charitable Foundation Fund.
Emery's General Service of Millsboro.
Willard's Lions Club. Sean Knoll Ways Limitless Worldwide.
Wheels That Heal Car Club.
Chesapeake Waste Industries.
Wicomico Lodge number 91 AF and AM.
Rotary International Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club.
Preston Gromark FS.
Pocomoke Elks Lodge number 1624.
American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166.
Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control.
Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas.
Idlewild Brewerton Club.
Hawker's Supermarkets.
DJVO Entertainment.
Murray's Residential Service, Dennis and Barbara Murray.
Allen Corman and Son, Inc.
Antique Alley of Bridgehill in memory of Ron Hatfield.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
ASAP Pumping and ASAP Total Disposal.
Absolute PDR, Dwayne and Brandy Geis.
David and Luis.
Tylerton Church, Inc. Contractors for a Cause.
Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051.
AccuTrench Contracting LLC.
IV Solutions.
Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving.
Crowley Associates Realty Inc.
ABC Refrigeration Inc. of Bishopville, Maryland.
BYOC Build Your Own Cookie, Shinkatig and West OC.
Corrado Construction Company.
The Caronville Foundation.
Tops Cutoff DJ Services and Recording Studio. Redmond of Delaware Orphans Board. HVAC Services Unlimited Inc.
Shore Fund Tractor Pullers.
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club. Harry and Jenny Davis.
Collins Wharf Sod.
Brittany McKinley in loving memory of Ava Lee Quinn, Jim and Nancy McKinley.
Missionary Baptist Church.
Selbyville Elks Lodge, number 2173.
King Crop Insurance in memory of Bonnie King.
Sons of the American Legion, number 123. Richard Jordan, in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan.
Liberty Concrete and Home Enhancements LLC.
Chris Contracting, Inc.
Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper.
In memory of Cecily Witt.
Dance Conservatory and Ballet Theater of Dover.
O.T. Beauchamp Jr., American Legion Post, 94.
Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge, 646.
Hastings Marine Construction.
June and John Lewis Jr.
Paula Kelly of Elite Lending Services, LLC. Don and Stephanie McIntaffer.
Delmarva Art and Wool Expo.
Towers Concrete Products, Inc.
G.R. Campbell Construction.
Allen Lions Club.
Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith.
Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings.
The Riverside Grill.
Pools, Pavers, and more.
Harborside Bar and Grill.
Bob Willie and Sons, Inc.
Hickman Beach Plaza.
Preston R. Smith, Plumbing and Heating.
Rich and Karen Gollin.
American Legion Nanacoke Squadron number 6.
Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware Incorporated.
B&R Auto Parts, Inc.
Joan W. Jenkins Foundation Incorporated,
Jolly Roger Amusement Parks,
Mike Singleton and Sons Pest Control Company,
Mount Zion Holiness Church, Inc.,
Paul Morin's Floor and Wall Design,
R.D. Greer and Sons Co.,
Shore United Bank, Michael Christian, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty,
Holly Lake Campsites and Holly Lake Grill,
Paradise Plumbing Incorporated,
Daisy's Well Drain,
Coastal Towing and Auto Repair Lewis,
Murray Sod Farm,
Monell and Sons Trucking Incorporated,
Donna Dorman Adams,
Burrs Logistics,
Seascape Property Management, in memory of Sam Ellers Jr.,
Johnson's Seed and Feed,
Reynolds Excavating Inc., in memory of Granville and Joanne Trimper,
Cheryl, Gary, and Boys,
Maddox Brothers Trucking Inc.,
Black Gold Farms,
in memory of Richard and Helen Webb,
Bethel Community Church, Millsboro, Delaware,
Chuck and Shirley Buchanan,
in loving memory of Noah, Catherine, and Martha Hopkins,
Classic Cakes of Salisbury, Japanesque,
Odd Fellows Lodge, Georgetown,
Salem Church Inc., American Legion Auxiliary Cinnapunxet Unit number 166,
Jefferson, Urian, Doane, and Sterner, PA,
Timothy and Terry Scott, Prees Farm LLC,
Curtis Mercer Remodeling Incorporated,
J. Stacy Hart Engineering, Doctors William and Linda Cooper, Delaware Street Rod Association, Finish Line Car Wash, Elaine Hall, Delmarva Decoy Collectors Association, Laurel American Legion Post number 19, the Carroll family,
in loving memory of Frank and Margie Walker,
Mount Pleasant United Methodist Church, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post number 8276,
in loving memory of Rick Batson,
Jimmy and Linda Messick,
Gloria Knock,
Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club,
Sussex County FOE 4528,
Salisbury Moose Lodge,
IES Residential Incorporated.
We appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as a part of our Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your carton donation to Bless Our Children in care at WBOC at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801, or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping make this season merrier for children on Delmarva.
Happy holidays.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
After the break on CoastTV News Today, power rates reduced. We'll tell you why Delmarva Power System households can expect lower bills in 2026.
Also, graduation for fast-growing fields, the preparations for a ceremony at the Milford Food Bank of Delaware.
And no election in Ellendale. We'll tell you what took place Wednesday night that cancels this year's election in the town. CoastTV News Today returns after the break.
Now on CoastTV News.
Chesapeake crossing changes, what drivers could see in future years at the Bay Bridge.
Council seats set, how Ellendale's leadership was determined for the upcoming year.
Plus, Culinary Careers Launch, the program at the Food Bank of Delaware that sets students up for success.
A mild Thursday as clouds will be on the increase ahead of a red alert. For Friday morning, we're tracking rain and wind.
This is CoastTV News Today.
December 18th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us today.
5:36 a.m. and Chris has been regaling us during the breaks. This has been over a week now about his baking skills. He's talking about his chocolate crinkle. He is promising to bring some in for us.
This is some high stakes competition going on right now. He says he's a fantastic baker. I suggested we go fly him over to England, put him on the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
I think he would soar, except I guess we could send him to Italy.
I think we need to sample it first to get a little pre-judging going in.
Fantastic idea. Maybe we'll do it on the morning show next week. Well, turning now to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. And Chris, you're talking a big game about cookies and about some rain in the forecast this week.
I am, yeah. I'm going to be baking that batter later on. I'll give you guys a try when I get them all baked up. We're talking about rain, wind here over the next 24 hours. But we're going to be dry today. A really nice day ahead as we take a live look in through Rehoboth Beach. We're at 40 degrees, so quite mild considering where we've been this morning. Late last night, there were indications we could be dealing with some fog this morning, but we're doing pretty good as far as any visibility is concerned. We're at 27 in Milford, 28 in Georgetown, and we are at 40 in Ocean City. Winds are calm. We're going to have a southerly flow today, but those winds are really going to pick up after midnight tonight. And you can see moisture beginning to build back off to the west across the Ohio River Valley, Tennessee River Valley. Cold front still well off to the west. That's going to be swinging through tomorrow. So we have clouds on the increase. That's really going to be the theme today. A mild day ahead as we push to near 60. Red alert for Friday morning, due in part to heavy rain and those winds. Could even have a rumble of thunder tomorrow morning as well. But the wind really will be the story through our Friday, with those gusts as high as 40 to 50 miles an hour in the morning and through the day and into the early part of the evening. I'll break that more down in its entirety coming up in my full 7-day forecast here in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this half hour, no election in Ellendale. There were 3 spots open on town council, and after Wednesday's candidate filing deadline, only 3 candidates were confirmed. Town officials say Lindsay Adams, Aaron Moore, and Tony Adamano are appointed as council members for next year. According to the town, the new members will get sworn in on January 6th of 2026.
Later this morning, graduation ceremony will be underway to celebrate students who completed the Food Bank of Delaware's Culinary and Warehousing Logistics Training Program.
And our Lisa Weber is live in Milford. This is a program that helps give students hands-on work experience. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Yes, I am at the Food Bank of Delaware right here in Milford, and inside that building behind me, a graduation is going to take place later this morning to celebrate students who completed the Culinary and Warehousing Logistics program. And the Food Bank says that this is a training program that provides its students with hands-on experience as well as certifications to help participants gain skills for careers in the culinary and logistics industry. The bank says this prepares adults for in-demand jobs in 2 of Delaware's fastest growing fields. Participants receive real-world training, industry certifications, and job placement support, along with wraparound services intended to help them succeed during and after the program. The 14-week culinary school is held in the Food Bank's Newark and Milford kitchens. Chef instructors teach basic and advanced kitchen skills. The 14-week Logic program, short for Logistics, Operations, General Warehousing, and Inventory Control, provides training in operating warehouse equipment such as forklifts, end riders, and pallet jacks. We spoke with graduates of the program back in 2024 who said completing their certification was an accomplishment they were extremely proud of.
That's how I feel, accomplished, that I didn't give up on myself, and that, I didn't let anything take me away from what I was supposed to be focused on.
And that ceremony will take place later this morning at 11 a.m. Back to you.
Lisa Weber in Milford. This just in, Delmarva Power says customers will see a change in natural gas delivery rates, and it starts soon, January 6, 2026. Officials say an approved settlement allows the company to fund upgrades to its natural gas system. Delmarva Power says the upgrades have already led to a 22% drop in gas leaks and a nearly 48% reduction in service interruptions. The company also says it's expanding relief programs and local partnerships to help customers facing higher energy costs.
Happening today, expect traffic delays in Fenwick Island due to a house move. That's according to town officials. On your screen, you can see the areas being impacted. The town says the house will travel from Glen Avenue through several local streets, then onto Coastal Highway and out of town. The move is scheduled to begin between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and is expected to last for about 1 hour.
Across Delmarva, a big decision could eventually reshape how drivers cross the Chesapeake Bay. The Maryland Transportation Authority Board is expected to vote today on a plan to replace the existing Bay Bridge spans with 2 new 4-lane bridges. The proposal would also widen Route 50 and could add a bike and pedestrian path. State officials say if approved, construction would aim to begin in the summer of 2032.
Delaware's Department of Health and Social Services in Denrec now launching a new grant opportunity to support awareness about PFAS, also known as forever chemicals that can contaminate groundwater. Officials say people can join a virtual office hour at 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. to learn about the grant application, and Denrec says these office hours will run through January and registration is required. We are now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. this morning as President Donald Trump's primetime speech looked back on the last 12 months and making resolutions for the new year.
Yeah, and this just in, for the most part, the president did not give specific plans for 2026.
As Amy Kiley shows us, instead, it was a review of big events in 2025.
We have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history.
President Donald Trump addressed the nation last night and touted what he considers his accomplishments this year.
Instead of, I feel your pain, I understand that things hurt, but here's what I'm doing to try to make it better, give me some time. This message was, I'm awesome, don't you see how awesome I am?
He repeatedly blamed his predecessor and Democrats for the country's woes, despite Republicans controlling the government.
It is not the Republicans' fault, it's the Democrats' fault.
Trump announced holiday bonuses for members of the military. He addressed affordability concerns by claiming prices were down. Consumer Price Index reports have shown a recent increase.
Prices have not, in fact, fallen according to the broadest measure of the inflation rate.
Trump also spoke about health care, as average Obamacare premiums are set to more than double. He reiterated an idea that does not extend related subsidies.
The money should go to the people, that's you, so they can buy their own health insurance.
The president closed by expressing his hopes for the new year.
When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And we have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, bringing back Beach Slam. We'll tell you how Beach Slam is filling a void left by a previous Sussex County competition that's on hiatus.
And bowl game nail biter. Delaware looked like it would run away with a bowl game victory, but it came down to the final moments when a local product got involved. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Good Thursday morning, Delmarva. It's been quite a cold start to the month of December. In fact, through the first 16 days of this month, we've had an average temperature of 33.3 degrees, so that's nearly 10 degrees cooler than the average where we should be. In fact, it's the coldest start to a month of December since 1989 here in Georgetown. We are at 39 in Ocean City. Temperatures are quite chilly west of Coastal Highway. We're at 25 in Laurel. Winds are calm for now, but the winds will be picking up through the overnight, and by Friday morning, high pressure sliding off to the east. A strong cold front will be pushing through tonight. As far as our day goes today, a beautiful afternoon with temperatures rising into the upper 50s, but those clouds will be on the increase through the day today. I'll have the latest on the rain and wind coming in tonight here in a little bit.
Holiday High School basketball is returning to Lewis at the end of the month. The Cape Henlopen Basketball Booster Club is sponsoring the Beach Slam event. Last year was the inaugural event that is attempting to fill the void of the popular beach dunk to the beach. This is video now from the 2018 Slam Dunk. It was in March of 2024 that the Delaware Sports Commission, which organized that event, announced the tournament was going on hiatus. The newer version is focused more on local and regional teams, and that tournament begins on December 26th.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Delaware didn't just play in its first FBS bowl game last night. The Fighting Blue Hens went out and won the 68 Ventures Bowl. Here's how they did it. It's Delaware versus Louisiana, two 6-6 teams. After a largely quiet first quarter, Delaware jumped out to a lead thanks to a 61-yard rushing touchdown by Joe Silver. After a field goal apiece from each team, the Hens got the ball back, and Nick Minicucci airs it out to Sean Wilson. Touchdown, Delaware. The Blue Hens are rolling, but the Ragin' Cajuns ended up pulling within a touchdown, had a chance to tie it up late. Last play of the game, it all comes down to this incomplete pass. No time in the pocket, and it was thanks to a Delmarva native coming off the edge, providing pressure. That's Woodbridge alum Noah Matthews, number 13 on the right side. Congrats, Hens. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And coming up tonight on DSN at 5:30, we have live high school girls basketball when Cape visits Decatur. And then you can catch the final score at 10:30. You can watch that basketball game on DSN Plus along with these exclusives. Got a big night here of boys basketball. 5:15, Seaford faces St. George's. 5:30, North Carolina visits Easton, and Woodbridge host Appoquinimink.
And week 16 of the NFL season Here's what's coming up on Sunday Night Football right here on Coast TV. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. when the Ravens take on the New England Patriots. Then stay tuned for Coast TV News right after the game.
Time to showcase how you are decorating your homes this holiday season. Today's holiday house picture is coming to us from Kathy in Newark. Kathy went with a blue and white for her tree. That's her theme. And the decorations this year looks very wintry, gives you that feel.
Matt, I feel like you're gravitated towards the blue and white because it's Penn State colors.
You know, I might be accused of that. It's
very classy,
Yes.
Kathy. Thank you for sending us your photo. And if you would like your festive decorations to be shared in our broadcast, you want to take a look at your screen and now, send in your photos by heading to our website, coasttv.com/holidayhouse. And the time is now 5:52 a.m. as we're taking a live look out into Ocean City. And Chris, this time next week, we're going to see Santa Claus going across that little weather cam with his reindeer.
Yeah, I can't believe it's just a week away here, and it's certainly been feeling like Christmas the first few days of this month, and not going to feel like it today. We're going to start a warming trend as we had yesterday in the 50s. We're at 28 right now in Lewis, and you can see temperatures quite chilly. Western portions of the county, we're at 25, Laurel, 26, Salisbury, but we're at 37 Bethany Beach and 38 in Rehoboth. Now, winds are calm for now. That's not going to be the case as we get past midnight tonight. You can see the wind advisories up for all the beaches, and this is for the potential to see upwards of 45 to 50 mile-an-hour winds, expecting gusty winds throughout the entire peninsula, and we do have gale warnings up from the Chesapeake Bay through the Atlantic all the way through early Saturday morning. Now, we are clear and dry for the moment. Clouds will be increasing as high pressure pushes offshore. You can see Gulf moisture being thrown into this system as this cold front pushes eastward, and that strong front will be moving through come tomorrow. So a mild day today, rain and wind develop overnight, and that rain will be heavy at times. We have a red alert in place for tomorrow morning, but the winds will be with us all day tomorrow, as you'll see. Temperatures getting into the upper 50s with sunshine to clouds. And then that rain will be pushing in to the midshore and eastern shore after about midnight, and then overspreading the peninsula, widespread rain. This is a soaking rain. It will be heavy at times, even a rumble of thunder possible between about, say, 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., and then we quickly clear out. So this is a quick moving system, and I think we will see some sunshine by the afternoon, but the winds are going to continue to howl through the day. Rainfall on the order of about an average of an inch, I think, for most of the area, with some locally higher amounts as we get into late Friday morning. There's those winds out of the south to start. So you step outside tomorrow morning, it's going to be raining, it's going to be quite mild. By the afternoon, it's going to feel much different. Still with those gusty winds upwards of 45 miles an hour, but it's going to feel much chillier as temperatures are going to be falling into the 40s. So kind of a reverse day. Warmer temperatures in the morning, cooler temperatures in the afternoon, and then the winds will be subsiding in through Saturday afternoon. So there's that red alert in play through Friday morning. Make sure you download our Coast TV First Alert weather app for the latest and any type of advisories, watches, or warnings are issued. You'll get them directly to your exact zip code. 45 in through Saturday. Beautiful weekend. We're dry. Chilly into Saturday. We warm it up to 54 into Sunday, and then a little reinforcing shot of cold air Monday with a high of 38. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And the time's now 5:55 a.m. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Grace, we got a familiar face. This is Benny, a regular here for our pet of the day. And as you can see, he's in his favorite spot waiting for Santa. Benny was submitted to us, as always, by Tammy and Seaford.
It's an awfully royal-looking photo of him, Matt. Well, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can send us photos. Tell us what makes them so special. If you take a look at your screen.
That's where the QR code is. Scan it, get your friends to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature. I have another dry morning, but that is about to come to an end.
Yeah, calm before the storm, so to speak. Temperatures getting into the upper 50s this afternoon. Clouds will be increasing. We have a red alert in play for Friday morning. That rain and wind will be developing overnight through Friday, so expect a slow morning commute. A mild start, 62, but temperatures are going to be crashing through the day. Gusty winds for all the day tomorrow, 40 to 50 mile-an-hour wind gusts. Make sure you download our Coast TV weather app. Matt?
Thank you, Chris. And coming up in our next hour, Future Bay Crossing. What changes are expected to get voted on today for the bridge that brings visitors to our beaches? That and more when we continue with Coast TV News today.